I'm the type of doctor that nobody ever wants to meet or come into your hospital room. So certainly when patients get their cancer diagnosis, I'm walking into their lives in the worst day of their lives. But I think the number one thing that we want to stress when we meet these families is that we are going to have a gigantic team that's here to support them and take care of them. So it's not just me or doctors, it's nurses and social workers and child life workers and the relationships that you build along the way that are going to be so important. And certainly when they first come into the hospital, you're very sick, right? So usually you haven't been feeling well for a while. We usually see children at the beginning who really don't want to talk to me, answer questions. They're certainly very shy and standoffish. And it's amazing to watch them grow through their treatment where they become more comfortable with everything. When you have a friend who's going through the same thing with you in clinic, like Gema and Serenity, I think it becomes a joyous place to come to clinic. So it's not just a place where you get chemo and you feel sick. This is a place where they play and they're playing with child life and they're dancing and they're painting, and I have to find them in clinic and follow the giggles to find them. So I think that it makes the clinic a more inviting location. And if you're feeling well and you're not scared, then you're gonna heal better too. And that's where Serenity and Gema come in, is they met in the clinic, coming here every week for their therapies. They're similar in age, and the families met up, and then they developed this amazing friendship that's probably a bond that they'll have forever, and that's so special.
I like Dr. Barr because she's pretty and she always makes me feel better, and she always checks us and see if we're sick or not.
This is where, we were brought, and I believe in the Lord, and I think that He is the one that brought us here because He knew that Covenant would be there for us like a family.
Dr. Barr, yes, she was a savior. She really was. She really helped me get through a lot. And whenever Serenity was first diagnosed, she told me that Serenity was gonna be okay. And those words were everything. I put my trust into her, and Serenity's good. Serenity's good now. And Dr. Barr, I couldn't be more thankful for her.
Catherine, the child life specialist that was there with Dr. Barr, had asked me, hey, we have a mom here whose child is also going through the same thing. She's also diagnosed with B-cell ALL. Would you like to talk to her? She's not taking the news very well. Would you like to talk to her and kind of, get to know her? And if she has any questions, maybe you can answer the questions that she might have, since you've already been through the process for several months, but you're also a beginner. So I was like, sure, give her my number. She texted me and she's like, hi, I'm Chastity, I'm Serenity's mom.
It was unexpected, I thought I was just gonna go through this alone. I thought I was just gonna be alone. I wasn't gonna have anybody, but Myra felt the way I felt. It was so many emotions and just so much, and we connected, as soon as we text. It was such a relief just to have somebody that I can know where I was coming from, because these are our babies, and for our babies to be going through this, it was a lot.
We would just give each other advice. And she's helped me a lot because she's the only one I know, that's been through the same thing that I've been through. I'm very grateful to her because not only do we now have a very good friendship, me and Chastity, but the girls also have a very good friendship, and they can share that, as they grow older. And hopefully one day just grow up and still be very good friends, best friends maybe even. Me and Gema, as well as Serenity and Chastity, have our appointments together. So when we come here, they get to meet, they get to talk, they get to play. Dr. Barr looks at them, checks them, makes sure they're okay, and then they go back to playing. And then we've even made it a little tradition to go to Olive Garden afterwards. So we go and eat at Olive Garden, and that way the girls can spend more time together, as well as me and Chastity, because we'll talk, we'll talk a little bit while we're there, and the girls will get to play and they'll still do their own little thing.
My relationship with Myra, it's been everything. She's such a good friend to me. She's a good mother to her daughter, so her daughter's a good friend to my daughter, and it's the best. It's a blessing. It's been wonderful to be able to have Myra and Gema walk through this journey with us. Covenant Children has this bell, and it's a victory bell, and it represents the victory of the end of treatment. For Serenity and Gema to be able to ring the bell, that was the most amazing experience I've ever experienced, because 2 years ago, I would have never thought we would be here. You know, it took forever to get here, but they made it and they did it, and it was such an accomplishment for both of them, and they were able to fight leukemia and they were able to win. They came, they fought, and they won.
As a pediatric oncologist, I feel very honored when I get to see families form this kind of deep bond, and the friendship between Gema and Serenity is so special. So it makes my job all that much more worthwhile when I can see people develop a friendship that's likely going to go on for a lifetime. And it's absolutely amazing to see that. You know, both these girls have great outlooks, and I know they're going to do great things in life, and I hope so much that they find something that brings them as much joy as their friendship does right now. So we are so excited about the possibility of having a pediatric oncology floor for our patients. You know, the ability to be able to come into our clinic and be able to get almost everything that they need in one spot, so get their sedation, not have to be admitted to the hospital, would be, I think, life-changing for our families. And those patients who are stuck in the hospital for a long time, we certainly have patients who are here for months, having a school and new playrooms and things like that to keep them entertained when they're here and keep their spirits up is so important when you're undergoing treatment. So we're so excited, and I think it'll be amazing for our families. In addition to the amazing ability to be able to treat patients locally here at Covenant Children's, we know that most of our pediatric cancer patients do well, and that is the most rewarding thing, and that's why we do what we do every day.